it's exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah. When I hit that, okay, yeah, yeah. When I hit that,
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First and 10, Cousins. He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Lets it fly for Thielen. A 50-50 ball here. It's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there for Carolina. 59 yards. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Anthony Barr brought him down. A gain of a yard. Brings up second
on play action. It's Kaepernick. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
To number 11,
Robbie Anderson. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
Panthers 7, Vikings nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They're going for Jefferson downfield. Defensively, your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-0, You would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
With the carry for Carolina.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers.
Anderson. Touchdown.
Robbie Anderson with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Panthers 14. Vikings nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey? The one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with him. Whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They go play action here on 1st down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they're working across midfield inside the 45. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw is Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one goes for 30 yards.
1st and 10.
That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
From the red zone now, Cousins escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Stopped short of the goal.
Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
They come out with one back and three tight ends. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They try again with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run it. Here's Cook. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Bailey's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And what we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football, it says finish on it, because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And all the way down to the 35. A big play there from McCaffrey. 43 yards on the ground.
43 yards. First down, Panthers.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Now this time, Kaepernick will throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a good pick up there of 20 yards.
First down.
Panther football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. After one, a 14-3 ball game. First down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
On the carry.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Vikings' 18-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. This is McCaffrey. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Kaepernick going to throw. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
He was covered.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. and maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
A lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it.
His kick is...
They put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Cousins the thrower. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Play fake. Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. Is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the third interception thrown by Cousins. And Shaq Thompson here with the pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick. He'll take his shot for the end zone. And he's caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Robbie Anderson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers add on to their lead. touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
10 at the 46-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And he took the ball off course.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
10 at the 29-yard.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Well, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. These guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Lets it fly for Thielen. Well, that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Throw for Thielen once again. This time it's complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good for a Minnesota Vikings. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Cousins on first down. Intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the rookie Jeremy Chinn. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, 81 yards. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
For the point after.
And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is. They had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A second down throw for Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They go play action. Cousins. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw the It's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now a play fake. Kaepernick into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
It's a gain of 11. And it's third down.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. Found his target, it's Anderson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
Carolina.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore.
Carolina.
DJ Moore with his second TD of the game, his sixth on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
The score, Panthers.
Point after, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins now. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down.
It's to fourth down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And Rudolph has it to tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
But maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And Rudolph has it left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Panthers 38, Vikings 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Carolina brought down at the 30-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again.
And there's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the football. Whether you hand it to him, throw it to him out of the backfield, just imagine if they had the guts to let him return kicks as well. This guy is a true triple threat.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Play action. Now Kaepernick. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
48-yard line.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
It's 2nd down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. 22 yards there, a first down. Kaepernick now on first down. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
First down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick steps away to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. The ball's on. McCaffrey lost it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
A gain of 5 brings up.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
Second and 5 now. Cousins. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Eli Apple. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Good.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
On third down, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. And Thielen, 76 yards. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player. And I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now this time Kaepernick will throw. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. Return to the 24-yard line. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Cook. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
The ball carrier.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Play action now. Cousins. And that is incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
That's good.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Whitehead on the tackle.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And oh my goodness, what a catch at the 6.
That's good.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And my goodness, another interception. William Jackson with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. 5. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, does he get...
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That play could never get started thanks to the defensive effort of Shaq Thompson. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
It's now 3rd and 15.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Off the play fake, Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Play fake, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Vontaze Burfict able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He gets it left side to Johnson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And pressure to push that time as Cousins goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. They'll run with McCaffrey. And some room to work. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Carolina, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the losses continue to mount as they drop to 0-11 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.